Welcome back to the Global Goals Studio, where we're talking about faith, migrants, and the workforce. Rebecca Marmot from Unilever, your company recently announced a series of commitments, one being to help 10 million young people gain skills. But Unilever has also got a good history of hiring migrants and immigrants. Why do you do that, and how can you help encourage other companies to follow suit?
Hi, thanks very much for inviting me to join this conversation today. I think we've seen social inequality is getting worse. A couple of studies out recently from Edelman and the Oxford study out earlier this week really showing that social divide is exacerbated further by COVID. And I think that has impacted refugees and displaced communities. You talked a little bit about some of the social commitments which we announced earlier this month, and I'm sure we'll come back to that. Specifically on refugees, I think we try to help in three ways. One, around resilience, so actually thinking about how can we better prepare communities around the world where Unilever is operating to prepare themselves in advance, look at how we can protect livelihoods from smallholder farmers through to small-scale shopkeepers. We've worked, for example, with groups like the Humanitarian Leadership Academy to help to better train communities to prepare for uncertainty. I think the second part is around relief. Just recently, we launched with the FCDO here in the UK, the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, a programme called the Hygiene and Behaviour Change Coalition. So looking at how can we make sure that the most vulnerable communities around the world, many of whom are in potentially a refugee camp or displaced people's camp, still have access to important hygiene products and also key behaviour change programmes to ensure that they're as protected as possible. If you think, for example, in a situation like Cox's Bazar, where 1 million refugees are living socially distancing or being able to access necessarily the right kind of hygiene products isn't necessarily an option. So we've worked very hard with groups like UNHCR and the IRC, looking at how we can reach refugees around the world with those kind of behaviour change interventions and infrastructure provisions.
Okay, we're going to take another short break here. Please stay with us. We're talking about very important subjects around migrants and the workforce. You're watching the Global Goals Studio.